Beats by Dallas make it hurt.
Hey, good morning. It's been a minute since we have done the ride. Welcome to the ride. This is the big time show, the ride. I know we ain't done this in a while, but here I am on today. What's going on? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You know, when I usually do this, you already know that I got something to say real quick. Listen, I hope that even though it's very early in the morning, I hope that you would share this or definitely like it. Hit the thumbs up button or the heart button, whatever program you're watching me, excuse me, whatever channel that you're watching me on, whether it's TikTok, Twitter, or Facebook or YouTube. Hope that you would hit that like button, share it if you can. I know it's early, but this is what we've kind of implemented. I don't know who's on here, but I appreciate whoever it is that came up and want to talk a little bit this morning about Cowboy Talk. And of course, I would can't see your comments because obviously, as you can see, I'm driving. So got to pay attention to the road, right? I hope that you would do that for me. Listen, I want to say this real quick. When I park, maybe I'll be able to check out some of your comments. Good morning to everybody. As I said, I can't see your comments as of now, so I don't want you to think that I'm ignoring you. But let me talk about these two things that I want us to talk about real quick, and that is I'm still on Stephen Jones. Really not what he said, as you all should have known by now, because everybody's talked about it, including myself, about how Stephen just finds a different way to say the same thing and probably doing the same thing. And I hope you guys don't, at my age, you know what I'm saying? I done been around Cowboys too long. I'm not going for the slickness, trying to say the right thing, knowing you're going to do the same thing over and over again. So I am not going to get my hopes built up off anything Stephen Jones says. Jerry Jones have been quiet uh, so far, which is good, but it's not his time yet to really start talking. When it's his time, there's not a microphone that he will not like, and he will start talking again. So let's not drink the Kool-Aid that Jerry Jones finally gets it. He getting out of the way. No, it's just not his time yet. When it's his time, he gonna do what he always has done, and that's run his mouth. And there's nothing wrong with him running his mouth, because that's just what he's done for ever since he bought the Cowboys. So him not running his mouth would be the strange thing. So let's not get caught up in things that really that's really not that important. Jerry Jones talking or he is talking is not that important. Okay. Stephen Jones is important because it seems as always that he is running the show as far as cap. That's his thing, the salary cap. So you do need to pay attention to what he says. I could care less about the selective aggressiveness. Shoot, that's what everybody does. To be honest with you, everybody just don't go crazy. They're selectively aggressive. It's just the way that you have to define what selectively aggressive really means according to your franchise. The Philadelphia Eagles are selectively aggressive. They just go ahead and get Rolls Royces, while the Dallas Cowboys go get Honda Accords. See the difference? They'll go get a Saquon Barkley, and the Cowboys say we'll do a running back by committee, and that's their definition of selective aggressiveness. So you don't get hung up on that part. What I want you guys to understand, I can't convict you or convince you to think the way I think. You're gonna think the way that you want to think. But what my job is right now is to tell everybody to keep your blood pressure down. You keep listening to Stephen Jones have all these hopes and aspirations because you hear the keyword aggression, and you want to. It's almost like Jerry saying all in last year. Well, you see how that turned out. So don't fall for the words that you're gonna get caught up in over there. I'm just trying to help you this morning. I don't want you to have blood pressure problems. I don't want you to have headaches, all that type of stuff. Calm down. All right. This is really a healthy, big time show today with the ride. This is just prevention. This is called preventive measures. I don't want you to get all caught up in certain words, and then you get your hype, your hopes built way up in there, and then when things don't happen for you, then you're gonna be so ticked off at Jerry, so ticked off at Steven, when you should have already known in the first place how they were gonna do things. So I need you to calm down. We're doing too much talking over words. That's what I'm trying to say. We're doing way too much talking over words. I'm in the boat of, listen, y'all, I'm in the boat that I'm saying I'm not listening to any words. I'm strictly going off their actions. That's all I want to know. I ain't listening to nothing they saying. Nothing. I am watching strictly their actions. And based off that, here's my thing. We got a problem. All right. Here's the problem. While everybody's talking about Michael Parsons and him getting paid, which I believe he will, and I think he's gonna get paid handsomely, as he should. He's a great player. What you really need to be worried about is the cap. Right now, I believe we only have $4 million right now. The Cowboys could create. You know it by now because you've been listening to my show. You know what I'm getting ready to say. Just with two guys restructuring, CD and Dak, that alone would create $98 million. You will have $98 million plus the little $4 million that you already got right now, and you will have over $100 million worth of salary cap. Just restructuring just those two. I ain't even got into Diggs contract where you can restructure that. I haven't even gotten to Terrence Steele's contract where you can restructure that. I ain't gotten to hardly none of the other players, just Dak and CD alone. Restructuring that deal, you can create $98 million just between the two of them. Everybody worried about the wrong thing. Are we gonna pay Parsons? Yeah, we gonna do it, but when you gonna do it is the key. You want to jump into the free agency market by getting some real good players instead of these Pac-Man free agents that we always get. These bottom of the barrel, uh, crackerjack free agents that we always get at the bottom of the barrel. You know, free agents for depth and not impact. Then guess what? You gonna restructure it on the front end, and now you see how much money you got to play with, and then you go ahead and sign your guys, whoever you want to sign, whether it's OC, whether it's DeMarcus Lawrence, whoever you want to sign, Jordan Lewis. You get the money restructured. Now you know what you're playing with. They go backwards. They want to try to operate from a $4 million budget. We don't have the money. Of course you don't. You ain't restructured nobody. Duh. Duh. See, those are the actions I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. That'll let me know all I need to know about this season coming up as far as are we doing the same old thing? Are we doing just pay attention to the actions of Steven and Jerry. Right now we're failing. What are they waiting on? CD, that could be structured right now. They can restructure right now. You ain't doing it, but got the contract. You ain't doing it, but all you're gonna do is sign a whole lot of their money over to a signing bonus. They're gonna sign it because they had the power to restructure. The Jones family does. They're gonna take the money and then you get to make their cap here be what you want it to be. It's common sense. What are you waiting on? Duh. Free agency is coming up and wrapping around the corner. What is it, March the 12th? If I'm not mistaken. March the 12th, March the 12th. What are we waiting on? What? What are we waiting on? That's the actions what I'm looking for. I'm not listening to absolutely nothing they saying. Steven could go to the Dallas Cowboy PR department, figure out the new slogan for the year. Last year was all in. This year they've already started. Look like, because I heard it, look like he practiced it when he got the interview. It's being selectively aggressive. Okay. All right. If that's the new slogan, that's fine. Y'all can concentrate on that. I'm not. I'm waiting for the ticker to go by and the ticker say breaking news. Dallas Cowboys have restructured Dak Prescott contract. Dallas Cowboys have restructured CD Lamb contract. Dallas Cowboys have restructured Terrence Steele contract. Dallas Cowboys have signed in Michael Parsons to an extension, which would give money to the company to the salary cap. That's the whole thing I'm looking for. I'm not listening to nothing nobody say. I love my content brothers who've all done a great job. Listen, let me plug in AMP this morning. I don't know. I know y'all didn't see it, but y'all, because it was late night, some of y'all need to go subscribe to my brother AMP Sports. Go listen at him last night. He was masterful last night on his show. Me and Boss Cowboy was in there last night. AMP was outstanding last night. I couldn't have done it any better. I was jealous of him because I couldn't think of that stuff he was saying. I mean, he was masterful last night. And for those that follow AMP and didn't watch it, go to AMP Sports, listen to Pull Him Up from last night. I guarantee you're going to say the same thing I'm saying. He was massive, but listen, I love my brothers. I don't even want to listen to them. I'm sorry, I'm serious. Y'all know me. I stand alone. I don't care. Who I got on here? Oh, I just look. I see Sports Junkie on here. What's up, Sports Junkie? Listen, I love my brother Sports Junkie and Angry Cowboy fan. I don't even want to listen to them. I'm only watching actions right now. Y'all understand me? That's why I'm not getting one. If they do something, that's when my expectations will go up. Until I see the obvious stuff that they need to do, that everybody knows they need to do. Everybody knows. You know it, because y'all some smart Cowboy fans. ESPN knows it. Everybody been saying the same thing, but they don't want to do it just because everybody's saying it. And they know it's true. They know it's true. I don't get it. But I'm not gonna get hype over that. All right. So we already said that I'm watching the actions of Jerry and Steve. That'll determine whether I go up. I can care less about the draft right now. See, they'll create the cap just so they can sign all the players from the draft. But you ain't done nothing to do what you need to do. The obvious stuff that you need to do. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to talk about it. I could care less about what Stephen Jones is saying and what Jerry Jones is getting ready to say once he finally make his appearance from, whatever. I could care less. Until I see it, that's when I'm going to say something. All right? Now, number two, and I think this is significant, definitely significant. I want to go to the draft now, real quick. I appreciate everybody that's on here, man. Listen, I can't see everybody. I see this Ahmad Suleiman says that Mr. Humpty Dumpty. Hey, you call no, I'm big time, but you call me whatever you want. I ain't got no problem with it. Just watch. Don't get too disrespectful, because if you do, it'll be the last show you'll be with me. Okay, no problem. I can take all this. It's not a big deal. All right, I want to go to the draft. Significant to me because people are. This is when guys try to be the smartest people in the room, and then this is also the time where you got other guys who stand on what they believe in, no matter what, and then they'll go ahead and do what they're supposed to do. So there was some big news that came through the draft yesterday. It is some big news, potential. And you already know what I'm about to talk about. And to me, it affects the Cowboys one way or another. Okay? And that is Abdul Carter. By now, you all know that it seems as if he's probably going to need surgery for a stress fracture. Why is that important? It's important, at least to me, because one of two things are going to happen. All right? Either because he's projected at least be a top 4 pick, right? Everybody kind of knows that. The signs are, flashing bright for him. I think he's one of those type of dudes, great player. And I can see what he did at Penn State. I can see that translate immediately to the NFL. I could see him being somewhere between maybe a 12 to 15 sack guy. I believe he's that good. If I had my choice for who to pick in the draft, I would take Abdul Carter before Ted McMillan I would take him before Genty, since those seem to be, the two popular names. I'm just gonna tell you how much I think of him. I believe that if with the Cowboys, I'm not saying it's gonna happen, y'all. I'm saying that if I had a discussion, if we had right in our face Travis Hunter and Abdul Carter to pick from, it would really have to be a discussion for me. That's how much I think of him. Most people say you get Travis Hunter, no question, bam, no nothing to talk about. But if it was a choice, if it was me in the war room, I'm saying, look, we need to talk. We really need. He's the only guy in this draft that will make me pause on Travis Hunter. I mean, excuse me, on Abdul Carter. I think he's that. I think he's that good. I agree with. I see what you're saying, hey, Cowboy fan. I can see your comment. That's why I said if I had to have a choice, I just see it's just the thought of what you can put him with the rest of the team, and it'd be crazy if I had a choice. That's how much that's how much I think of Abdul Carter. Now, the reason why it's important is because it is during this time, because if he has the surgery, it has been reported that it would take at least 8 weeks to recover. However, just like Diggs last year, excuse me, just like Bland, the feet are very tricky. They'll put a date on a week, what I'm saying, week 8, he'll be back. But what if the foot is not right? You're not going to rush that out. So, he could come back in 8 weeks. It's an 8-week recovery. If he have it now, they're saying, of course, if he have it now, he'll be back, well past for training camp. But the question is, how is the foot? You understand what I'm saying? So it's tricky. We learned about this with Bland last year. Just because they say 9 weeks, that don't mean he's coming back in 9 weeks. We've already previously had experience, at least in our organization, the same type of thing with DeMarcus Lawrence over the years, who's had stress fractures. And you've seen how long he was out. Here, my goodness, he was out sometime 11 weeks. Okay? So let's not get hung up on that. Here's my question to you guys. Because some teams cannot afford to waste their pick, and some will consider the waste, to waste their pick on a guy who may not show up until after Thanksgiving. Even though he would have the surgery now, he will be ready week-wise, but you don't know the strength of the foot. You don't know if he's having uncomfortableness in the foot. You don't know if he'll be 100%. You just don't know. Feet are tricky. So here's my question. There's a possibility that Abdul Carter might drop. I'm just throwing it out there. Everybody got him released in the top 4. What if he drops, y'all? And I ain't just necessarily saying at 12, because if he drops to maybe about 10, it's going to be some teams that are going to want to jump up and go get him. I ain't saying to be the Cowboys now. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying to be the Cowboys. I'm just saying you and I know that teams will jump up and take their chance on him. What if he's at 11 where the 49ers at? And the 49ers say, no, well, we don't want him either. What if he dropped to 12? I know that's a big what if, but I've seen this happen in the draft before, y'all. I've seen this happen. What if he drops to 12? And if he drops, then you also know that the Cowboys will have a plethora of people to pick from. I mean, it's a who's who. Linebacker, defensive tackle, wide receiver, running back, whatever you want to do. It'll be there for you. Does Abdul, and I ain't saying would you pick him. What I'm saying is if he drafts and he gets about 10, 11, and of course, if he drops to 12, he'll be right there. I don't think he would, but you know, a lot of reports gonna have to be made about his medical, and they'll be telling him. Now, listen, if he drops, I'm just asking the question, and he's there at 12. So is McMillan. So is Genty. All these different folks that a whole lot of y'all like. What if he's there? The question is, do you even consider Abdul Carter? Because previous to us finding out that he's had a stretch fracture now, most people, including all Cowboy creators, content creators, most of us have Abdul Carter probably top 3 best players in the draft, probably 3 or 4. No lower than 5. I'm just saying, if he's there, and it's a possibility that he will drop, and I'm really believing, because see, when you round 1 and you drafting that high, you want day 1 starters. Teams ain't got, when you drafting 1, you know, in the first round, this high in the draft, teams ain't got time to wait. You see what I'm saying? They want return on investment immediately. Craven Cowboy, my girl. Hey, listen, if you haven't subscribed to my girl Craven Cowboy, outstanding content creator. Craven Cowboys, she is outstanding. She can do better than me. Ain't no doubt about it. Y'all need to subscribe to her and just listen to her stuff. She's awesome. She's been on my show before. Craven Cowboy, I got to bring you back. I don't know what your schedule is, but I need to bring you back. We need to talk. I ain't talked to you in a while. Let me speak to all y'all why I just did that. It's my first time other than dude trying to be funny. Nightbots, what's going on? Thank you, Hunter. I've already spoken to my brother, Angry Cowboy fan. Outstanding. If you have not subscribed to Angry Cowboy fan, you need to be with him as well. Sports Junkie. I've already talked to my brother. B-Bird, the one and only. The great B-Bird is on it. Kelvin Hicks, how you doing, sir? Edster, how you doing? Kelvin Harris, Kid Cowboy. All of you guys, man, I appreciate it. Drew. My guy Drew in there, Eagle fan. I like him. Okay, listen, let me throw this in. I hate to do this one, but I just thought about it. When I saw Kid Cowboy in here, you know who we haven't seen in a while, because I got all the content creators on here. You know who we haven't seen? I need to find out because I'm a little worried. Where is Eastside Harold? Anybody know? He ain't been on no shows. I'm talking about for months now. It just hit me just now. Where is Eastside Harold? Kid Cowboy, you and him kind of got the same type of language. y'all haters of the Cowboys, even though you're a Cowboy fan, kid. Where's Eastside Harold? Where is he? Y'all know he would have been on everybody's list. All y'all blocked him. I haven't blocked him. I haven't seen him I haven't seen him in months now. Now I'm talking about. He had my show like on speed dial. Soon as I hit live, it came across his phone quick. I mean, I don't know. It just hit me. Yeah. I mean, last year, the bad year, he was gone in the middle of last year. I haven't heard. I'm worried now because he's I don't know. Somebody need to find that out. I don't know if y'all know his real name or y'all follow his YouTube. He don't have a YouTube channel. He has a YouTube handle. We need to find out where our boy is, man. He makes our show sometimes. Kid Cowboy took his place as the, and the sad part about Kid Cowboy is a Cowboy fan. That's what the sad part is. That's what the sad part is. And you couldn't tell the way he talked. But anyway, all right. As I said before, I believe that if Carter falls in any point, he ain't got to fall all the way down to 12. But the more he falls, that pushes guys up who we thought might be there at 12. And it also at the same time pushes guys down. I really believe the Cowboys at 12 are sitting in a very nice position to go whatever direction they want to go with. I just hope they make the right choice. That's really all I want to throw. He said, finally fit out that job application. I got you, Dak. I mean, I don't know. It's just not like him to not get on nobody's show. And for him to be gone as much as he despised the Cowboys with the bad year that we had, it's mind-boggling to me that we didn't see him. He would have had a ball laughing at us last year. You know, he would have been on everybody call-in line and everything else. It just hit me when I saw Kid Cowboy. No. I love Kid Cowboy. He just misguided with some of his takes. But I welcome his takes. I don't, he got sometimes he say the right thing. Notice I said sometimes. It is sometimes. It ain't all the time. Y'all notice how my glasses keep going. Oh, okay, that was in the shade. Okay. I do have these transitional lenses. See like that right there. That's because I'm in the shade. Then I get to the sun. It's gonna turn it in anyway. I just noticed that. I thought something was wrong with me. Anyway, I just want y'all guys really don't fall for the okey doke. That's really my message this morning. I hope I don't get mad at Jerry. Don't get mad at Steven for doing the same things. See, that's the take I'm talking about right there. Kid Cowboy. See, that's what I be talking about. Y'all see what he said? Y'all see that? Look at his statement right there. See, that's the kind of stuff I be talking about. He a Cowboy fan, but some of his takes is just funny to me, like that. Y'all see what he said? Look at it. I love him, but he be coming up with some wild stuff. Y'all see that? I'm gonna do this. I ain't getting paid for this, but I need to. This is from God. Y'all need to get this in your life. Sugar-free, no sugar. All right. Gold Peak tea. You'll think it's sugar in it at all times. Look, Gold Peak, y'all need to let me sponsor. Y'all need to sponsor me. All right. Y'all need to sponsor me. Gold Peak tea. This is from God. I'm serious. God was all in this. God helped that whoever it was. Y'all need to get this in your life. It's no sugar. Y'all will thank me for that. Now that's the end of that. Gold Peak tea, holler at me. All right, listen. Don't fall for the okey doke, y'all. Stop falling for it. We from now. Oh, okay, good question, Kid Cowboy. Now, see how Kid Cowboy is. I told you he just like a seesaw. He up 1 minute, then he down. What's up, Joe? See right there, that is a great question, actually. When do you trade a good player? I answer you my way. I'm quite sure the chat is going to answer you. Let me tell you when you don't trade him. If he's a great player and you know he is, you don't trade him at 25 years old. How about that? I'll just leave it at that. I'll go ahead and let everybody else answer you their way. You don't trade him at 25. Unless you're at the bottom of the barrel, like a Herschel Walker type trade. He's still in his prime, but you know you ain't going anywhere. You know it is what it is. See? You don't trade him at 25 years old. A guy that gives you 50 sacks in 4 years or whatever it is, it's Hall of Fame type trajectory. No, you don't trade him. He is a game changer. But here's the question, Kid Cowboy. Weren't a good team last year? Was it because of talent, which is yes, because look who you had playing, or was it primarily because of injuries? Let me ask you this, Kid Cowboy. The 49ers were just decimated with injuries. But you and I both know that the 49ers were healthy. They wouldn't have had that record last year. Am I right? Do you think the 49ers are a good team when healthy? Do you think they would have only won 8 ball games last year? Or would have been in the playoffs fighting at the end like they usually are? But when you got Trent Williams out, you got Debo out, you got McCaffrey out, you got the wide receiver that was out with a torn ACL, you got Kittle that missed games, you got Debo who was gone, you got defenders that was gone. You really believe the 49ers wouldn't have been in the playoffs last year? Come on now. Well, if you feel like that, then you got to feel the same way for the Cowboys. Because we were decimated with injuries in key spots. You can't say one without the other now. Because if you say that, then you got to tell me that the 49ers are not a good team. Now, if you just on the thing of saying your record is what it is, there are some little asterisks that go by that. In our case, I'm going to put an asterisk there. Let me have the team fully loaded, and then if we come out 7-10, then I say, okay, if you want to trade your biggest asset or one of them, then I say, okay, I will. But there's a difference between Cooper Rush and Dak Prescott. There's a difference between DeRon Bland and Andrew Booth. Lord have mercy. I wish y'all would help me. There's a difference between an all-pro cornerback and a scout team cornerback. We did have that last year. You do remember that, right? Okay. That's all I'm saying. All right. That's what I really want to tell y'all. I'm out because I got to go to work. Listen, we go by actions. If I can convert some of y'all to that, then it'll keep your blood pressure down. It'll lessen your expectations. Go by the actions. There are some actions that need to happen within the next 2 weeks to clear up cap space when it's obvious. If they don't do that, I even said I was on Watt was injured a lot, Kid Cowboy. Come on now. Don't act like you don't know this now. He was injury prone at that part when they traded him. Stop it. You know better than that. I was on Angry Cowboy Fans show yesterday briefly. Yesterday. And I appreciate my brother allowing me to come on. If there's some let me give you some clues that you may think is great. I don't think so. And it's just my opinion. You can disagree. If they pay Osi first and then pay Parsons, I don't agree with that. See, I believe in paying the heavy top guys first, then you see what you got left, and then you make your adjustments after that. You don't pay Osi first without paying Parsons. No. You don't do that. That's just a little clue right there. Because I heard Steven say, hey, we're talking to him now and may have something to say next week or something. No, pay Parsons. Extend him. Unless you gonna let Parsons do what you've done to so many others, but you're gonna be risking it unless you let Parsons play on this 5th-year deal with no deal in place, which is what the Cowboys will do. They do that sometimes. Then you taking a chance on him leaving. See, some guys you don't need to play with. You put Michael Parsons out there, he ain't got no contract, no extension. You might as well go on, pack him up and say goodbye. Because you can't mistreat everybody. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. Excuse me. You can't mistreat everybody. You just can't do that. I think that would be criminal.
Fifth grade, please pick your students up from the cafeteria. Fifth grade, please pick your students up from the
That's my cue. I gotta get out of
cafeteria.
here, even though I'm not on fifth grade. But anyway, this is what we gotta do, y'all. There's some clues that are being there. Right now, we ain't done nothing. Knowing good and well. There you go, Kid Cowboy. You go talking about finish your contract. See, but that's your opinion, so I ain't gonna knock you for it. I ain't gonna knock you for it, Kid Cowboy. Finish your contract. Because I would agree with you because if in some cases you finish your contract. Because see, if I is some people are beyond that statement, Kid Cowboy. Some of them are. Some of them are not. That's why I can't just hammer you for that statement. Some people need to play out their contract. Then there are some that you need to go ahead and extend. Michael Parsons is one of those guys. There's no doubt about it. And if you don't do it, then he will leave. Okay? It is that simple. Calm down, everybody. Look at the actions. Don't pay attention to the words. That's really my message today. Y'all have a good day. Don't fall for the okie doke. Don't get your expectations way up in there. There's no sense of doing it. We are talking about Jerry and Stephen Jones. You know the patterns. You know how they do things. Please don't act like they're going to do something completely different. Please don't. I believe it when I see it. If I see it, I'll be the first one on here saying I was wrong. But I get the feeling I ain't gonna have to say that. They're gonna do the same thing they always have done. They're gonna go get these Sesame Street free agents at the bottom of the barrel. These electric company free agents. You know what I'm saying? This Barney, I love you, you love me free agents. That's what they gonna do. That's what they always do. They draft for depth. They do not draft for impact. Y'all know that. You know it's the truth. Stop acting like they finna just go all in, and it is what it is. Calm down. If you don't see nothing happen before March the 12th or whatever, you know what time it is. All right? Calm down. We'll see about Stephen and Jerry behind the scenes. All this getting in front of the microphone and talking and yip-yapping and talking about the same old thing, just changing the terms. Last year, all in. This year, selectively aggressive. That means you'll be selectively aggressive on day 9 of free agency. That's all it means to me. Duh. Calm down. We'll see what they do with the real actions. Until then, I ain't getting hype about it at all. Love y'all guys. I'll see y'all whenever I pop back on. My schedule today is for Saturday at 3 o'clock. If you're not following my show, follow my show, please. Subscribe to it, whatever. Look at all these content creators in here. I appreciate all my brothers and sisters that came in. Follow their show as well. Most of y'all real already do. But if not, Angry Cowboy fan, Sports Junkie, Craven Cowboys. I believe that's the ones that I saw. Follow all their shows. They're great at what they do. I promise you. You will be entertained, number one, plus informed. That's the main thing. You will be informed messing with those people. All right. Appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all later on. This has been the ride with the one and only. I am Big Time. And this has been the Big Time Show.